Hey there, YouTube! This time from Transfăgărășan Road, one of the most spectacular roads in Romania, with more than 150 kilometers that crosses Făgăraș Mountains. We came out here for a new car camping adventure, to enjoy the amazing views, but also to test the new and awesome bed design. Remember my last video? The car camping experiment in which we set out to sleep in the car for a few days? Well, since that was such a great success and we wanted to go on some more car camping adventures, I thought, what can I do to make this experience even better? I took what I've learned from the last trip and I came up with this brand new, comfortable, spacious, foldable bed prototype for two people that also fits in my tiny Mercedes. I'm Max from LifeHackerMax, and in this video I will show you how I build the bed and everything I use to make it as comfortable as possible for sleeping, why I took the decision to build the bed even though the car's flooring is perfectly flat, and some features built in the design to make the whole car camping experience better. And the best part, the bed frame is easy to make and it is designed to fit in almost any car without doing any modifications to it, screws, holes, or anything similar. Before I begin, don't forget to click on the subscribe button and the notification bell so you are always updated in my latest video releases. Let's start with the why. I could have made only the mattress since the floor of the car is flat and there was no need to straighten it out for a good night's sleep, but there were three things that bugged me on the first car camping trip. The first thing was the lack of storage space. The second thing, the left side was a bit smaller in length at 160 centimeters, therefore a bit unpleasant at times. And the last reason was having my companion in the back instead of next to me while being on the road, and not being able to talk properly. It just felt awkward. And
nobody puts baby in a corner.
With the new build, we will have to leave the back seats at home, but we can use the front seats without any problem. And having to raise the bed frame will leave enough space for storage underneath. The sleeping surface is 190 by 120 centimeters, which turned out to be enough for two people. The bed frame is 190 by 100 centimeters, a bit smaller than the mattress because of the limited space in the trunk. When I designed the bed frame, I wanted to be able to transport the whole system in the trunk. And I'm not sorry about the decision, because the 7 cm foam mattress is not affected by the 10 cm lack of support on each side. The whole system consists of 4 parts foldable bed frame, adjustable support frame, 2 7 cm foldable mattress, and a good quality mattress protector. While testing the design, I got some more ideas on improving the system, customizing it for this car and for our needs. Make everything more accessible and easy to use. But this always happens to me whenever I design something. Which reminds me, word of advice: test your build as you go. Take the car for a short trip before you say you are finished with the build. See what you can improve to the build to suit your needs better. For now, I want to show you the basic design, the universal one that I think that might help you if you plan on making your own car bed. Even if you don't have an A-class, my design can really apply to any type of car with small changes in dimensions or no changes at all. First, I started with the foldable bed frame structure, which is made out of hardwood that will also give enough strength to the structure to be able to hold two people without collapsing. The dimensions of the frame are 47 by 100 centimeters. Because the saw doesn't cut the wood at a perfect 90 degrees angle, I used a special vise from Wolfcraft to hold the frame pieces in place at a perfect angle before screwing them together. I used 2 5 by 60 mm screws for each corner to fix the frame. I used an 8.5 mm drill to make 4 5 mm deep holes for the head of the screw to go in, and a 3.5 mm drill to make holes in the wood before putting in the screws. This will guide the screws for a perfect connection, and will also prevent the wood from cracking and ruining the frame. Before fixing the pieces, I added some waterproof wood glue for additional strength. Pro tip: using the vise upside down while aligning the frame flat on the floor will give better results on the final frame. Using it in the intuitive way on my first frame ended up in a slightly twisted piece. After building 4 frames, it's time to make the mattress support on each frame. For the mattress support, I chose 66mm wide by 14mm thick softwood planks. I did this instead of fully covering everything with plywood to reduce the overall weight of the system and to increase the breathability of the mattress. The sweat from your body and the contents inside the car can go inside the mattress, and from what I understand from other friends that go car camping, it is a good practice to keep everything well ventilated. Otherwise, you could end up with mold and some bad smell inside the car and not know where it comes from. With the chosen width of the planks, I was able to make a grill of 8 planks with 1 plank spacing between them. This made the whole building process a lot easier because I could use the same plank as a spacer to ensure a perfectly parallel grill. For the grill, I used 4x30mm screws and only drilled holes in the planks to prevent them from cracking. Because this is softwood, the head of the screw went in without needing the larger hole I had to drill in the main frame made out of hardwood. Also, I didn't use any glue because at this point I want to be able to easily modify my system for other improvement ideas that might come in the future. Before I screwed the planks on the second side, I measured the width of the frame in the center to make sure the long sides of the main frame are not bent in any way. Because there was a small difference, I corrected it with another vise and fixed the planks afterwards. This way, I make sure that this module is as close to a rectangle as it can be. After screwing everything together, I cut all the excess wood with a handheld circular saw. Cutting all planks in one cut was a better option for me than cutting them individually using a small handsaw. This way I managed to get a straight line. When I have 4 finished modules, it is time to connect them together. I did this using 2 hinges between each 2 modules. A total of 6 hinges were used for the whole bed frame. It is important though to establish what you want to get from the bed frame before installing those in, because you can make different folding setups if you wish to, and each setup can have its own advantages and disadvantages. I wanted to get this setup when the bed frame is in the car driving mode. Also, the way I chose to connect the 4 modules gives me 2 closed compartments when the bed frame is packed for storage, which could be useful at times. This is the way I installed the hinges on my system. I placed 2 inner modules with the grille sides facing each other and clamped them together. I measured 15 centimeters from the side of the frame and drew a perpendicular line on the frame. I will place the 2 hinges starting from the side lines inwards. The positioning of the hinges is important because if they are not perfectly parallel, they won't work well. So pay attention to this setup. I used 8 4x20mm screws for each hinge. I did the same thing connecting the outer modules, except that I placed them with the grille sides opposing each other. Sadly, I chose some slightly bigger hinges than the thickness of the frame, so I had to file them down to size. So, be careful about this detail when you choose yours. Half of the bed frame will be supported by the front seats, but I had to make another wooden frame that will support the other half. For this, I used 40 by 40 mm softwood, 5 by 70 mm screws and some wood glue. One thing I did differently than other frame support systems that I have seen during my research is putting some large bolts on the bottom that I can use to adjust the height and the angle of the bed. In order to make sure the bolts are perpendicular to the frame, I marked the drilling point on both sides of the wood and drilled halfway on each side as straight as I could. By doing this, I make sure the entry point is in the same place as the exit point on the other side, so the bolt would go in straight. The bolts are 16 mm in diameter and 18 cm in length. Providing the height of the frame is 23 cm, I can adjust the height from 27 to 37 cm. This is useful in two ways. I can sleep horizontally even if the car is not parked straight, and second, I can still use the frame if I change the car with one that has the front seat support at a different height. By adjusting the two bolts at different heights, I can install the bed frame at an angle up to 10 degrees if the situation requires it. The support frame is made from 4 pieces, the 2 sides and 2 connection parts that keep everything in place. For the connections, I used 8 mm bolts with washers and butterfly nuts. This makes the structure easy to disassemble, transport and deposit whenever not being used. The support frame goes in like this and is anchored to the car with self-lock straps that keep the frame from moving. The bed frame is also strapped to the main frame when driving to prevent it from moving in case of sudden brakes. The mattresses fit perfectly between the bed frame and the front seats of the car. I thought about making the mattress myself, but I didn't see the point after finding this foldable mattress that didn't cost more than 13 euros a piece. I bought it from a place named Jisk. The same place I bought the softwood for the grill of the bed frame and the mattress protector. I will add a link in the description so you can check if they also have a store in your country if you want to use the same mattress for your bed. It is foldable in 3 parts, it has a 7 cm foam and you can take out the foam to clean the mattress casing. The mattress protector is a nice addition because it holds the 2 mattresses together and makes a big difference if you are looking to have a quality sleep on your camping trips. The whole system weighs about 32 kilograms and once installed in the car takes about 15 minutes to set it from driving mode to sleeping mode and the other way around. The sleeping area is very spacious and comfortable. It leaves a lot of room for storage underneath. It is designed to be easily unmounted from the car if the car is also being used in daily life. It is compact when not being used, so it will take little storage space in your home. There are also small inconveniences to it. You have to set it up from the outside. There is no way to drive the car with the bed set up. Not so much space for your head. Well, this is what I have so far. I still have some new ideas to improve my little camper bed frame. But that is for another video, so be sure to stop by my channel from time to time and see what's new. I hope this video was useful to all of you out there in search for a great car camping experience. I will try to add as many useful links as I can in the description. So be sure to check the description for more information, and if there is something you can't find there or if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment. You will find my Patreon link in the description as well if you wish to support my channel in any way. I'm Max from LifeHackerMax and I wish you all safe trips, awesome adventures, amazing views and wonderful memories.